stream and recording. Okay, right. Last time, you guys. Why are you not coming forward? No. You guys, there we go. Dispatched the rest of the copious amounts of blights. After barricading, basically you ended up barricading yourself in the Elsian's house because they all seem to be attacking Elsian's house. You dropped burning torches or whatever down and some oil down into the cellar, and then discovered that the smoke was coming up, but the clever work on Ivelios's part was to do with putting wet blankets over the top to protect that. So blights were dispatched. You kind of rest. You checked the village out as well for other folk, and there were a few other folk out. You managed to persuade some that maybe said they would head back to Elsian's house. But you had a check around. You found some arrows, and Evelios wanted oil and fat and things like that to do something with his arrows. Gosh, yeah, no, awful lot of them. You got a child that really, really likes Orthica and wanted to come with you, but you kind of had a very much emphatic no on that one. So you managed to get a safe enough long rest. Whilst you were long resting, the elf out with the 4-hour meditation had an interesting conversation with Bethan. Both Wolfen and Orthica also had some, things.
Nightmare-inducing.
Yes, some little things. Oh yes, because you had that message. I'm not even, yeah. And Orthica, there wasn't much there, but you kind of got the idea that, yeah. I'm not going to say it because you haven't said to the others, so yeah. And you now find yourselves having set out in the morning to track down, after a bit of debate, you decided to track down the grove because you were wondering whether not doing the grove was the cause of all the blights appearing. And you were heading south. You'd got about, on the map there, I've actually probably got a different, you'll actually notice it's a different map. I've given you a snowy map now. Rough estimate of where you thought the grove was. That blue, pink, green, whatever it coloured is. Sorry, my brain's not working today. Yeah, it's been getting worse all week. Is roughly where you are. I reckon you're only about 10 miles out of Wintrig when Ivelios basically ran away from something and heard some voices in his head. And I'm leaving it with you guys. If I can find let me just find a map for you. I'm hoping it's that one. I hate the look of the dynamic's not working, is it?
It's grainy.
Off.
Just looking at on my player map, the dynamic is. I thought it was looking a bit funny on my GM screen, right? Let me just switch that off then. What's this do?
Oh, no, it looks way better.
Yeah, but that's daylight mode. That's daylight mode off, so daylight mode's obviously having a problem. I wonder if I take Explorer mode off or not. That's weird, isn't it? Okay.
That's worse.
I quite like having your barriers for trees and things because it gives you an idea of what can be seen or not. So I would say daylight mode is causing a problem. So to be brutally honest, it goes off. And hope it works on any other maps you might go on to. So much for rushing through putting dynamic lighting on this 2 minutes before you came. Right, so Evelios has run as far as he can from east out to west. I am going to put the turn tracker up. So if you would like to go and throw yourselves into initiative. And Orthica and Wolfen, you're hearing kind of bzzz of wings to your east. And next thing, you know, the 2 or 3 fly past you, completely and utterly ignoring you.
Wow. Well, it fits my situation.
What's that? Oh, wow. Yeah. Come on, right. GM.
So
Okay.
I'm assuming I recognize the winter fairies, or am I too?
I think you're just running.
Okay, because the last thing I wrote down was pain makes me run. I'm surrounded by frost fairies. Which is just my notes, not Evelios' notes. I'm still running. Okay. But does Evelios recognize them as frost fairies?
I think you will remember them from
when you rip their wings off.
Yeah.
Right. Once again, darn things are not going to GM. Oh, this is not fair.
To my defense, they are more like puppets, not like children. So just in case someone is thinking of additional insults and
not me.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Wolfen.
God.
You haven't probably come across these before.
No. How? So there's 2 flew past us, and there's...
As far as you know, and you're hearing other buzzings, you remember there was... Well, Evelios heard buzzings around him in different areas.
Possibly, anyway. I'll probably just poof a produce flame at one and see what it does. Things I've not encountered before.
You need to have a look around to see if you can find them first.
Oh, the ones that flew past.
They've gone past, yeah.
Okay. Can I whip around and see if I can
get a perception.
Get them out?
Okay. In having a look around, you're not seeing the ones that went past you, but you can hear something in behind you. And I'll let you have that produce frame fizzles out.
Shout.
Jesus. Something's gone funny with Roll20, I think.
I don't know.
Okay,
I think that's me.
I'm
just a bit confused.
Skull runs after you, evens he doesn't. Okay, Skull runs directly after you.
Okay, he's got 50 feet. But he could sprint basically because I got 70 feet when I'm sprinting, so he can easily
Yep.
keep up with me.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay. Could you make me a wisdom saving throw, please, Ivelios? Come on. Spell save. Okay. You are again racked with pain in your head. Taking 9 psychic damage. The wisdom save isn't DC 25. I have no idea what Roll20 is doing because they were okay last time.
Don't worry about it. 9 points of damage.
And again, you have to
Run.
Sorry, that actually was meant to come public as well. I'll switch it to public. That you again have to move away as far as you can on your turn. So this one was up behind you. Okay.
It's so tiny.
And you are, as you're running, you are very aware. Skull to make a wisdom save.
Yep. Hey, where did his character sheet go? Hold on.
It's a DC 13, by the way.
Yeah, he does not be good.
So I just need to mark these because that's used it. That's used it because, and another one's used it as well. So I'll get going there. It was really hard coming straight into a bit of combat. Okay.
Does Skull take any damage as well?
Skull takes 10 of psychic, and he's probably yelping in pain if this pain's going through his head.
10.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm just going to check. It's as much as that.
It's fine.
It is.
Just know that I will hunt you until the end of the world if you kill my dogs.
What's that?
Just know that I will hunt you to the ends of the world if you kill my dogs.
Hang on. There's no... Skull will be on 18.
Now he is below 18. He was at 22.
But you had a long rest.
When we started out, he only had 22, and I only had 37.
But you had a long rest before you started out.
Yeah, but I did already take some damage from the Fey, and
you
Skull was only healed up, as far as I remember.
Oh, just assume Skull gets his full health back after a long rest.
Okay.
Seeing as we run hit dice for him.
I'll adjust it. But mine's fine. I'm down to 20.
Okay.
So you're already in trouble. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Hey. What were you planning on doing today? I mean, come on. Like we're ever gonna save the girl. Told you, we're just gonna burn it to the ground.
Orthica.
We really must start putting like a lead on him or some kind of rope so that he does this far too often. And can I see the tracks that he has made in his
you can see the tracks
hasty
easily
flight
enough,
away from us?
Yeah.
Cool. And I will just let's do my 30 feet. Which gets me to about Go on, let's to about there. Okay. Just about there. And can
Wisdom
I...
save, please.
Oh! Okay.
As you come round out from behind those trees, you see another one buzzing in front of you. You make the save.
Sure.
What cleric? I'm supposed. That's the kind of thing I'm supposed to save against.
Half damage, four damage.
Ooh.
You start to feel the pain, and then it doesn't. Then you kind of you've kind of shaken it off.
And can I actually see anything?
You can just
where
see
I
that
am?
one there. Now the ones that I've all
There.
marked have all. Oh, you guys might be able to tell me. It's something I wondered. If a creature has an innate spell casting once a day and a list, is it just one of those spells on that list, or each spell once a day?
I always assumed it was each one of them.
Yeah.
So
I'd
did
agree.
I, but then I questioned it. Okay, that's fine.
So I can see, because I can't really see the.
You can see the one, yeah.
Yeah, that one there. Okay, cool. Right. What do I want to do? Do I want to?
I'm actually going to.
Okay, right. Let me just do a quick bit of. How close is it? Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to just go simple. I think I'm just going to go with my old favorite, bit of Sacred Flame, because against that one there. I mean, they're small, tiny. Really? Am I still hang on?
You're sacred.
Oh, still 13. Excellent.
Your sacred flame comes down and this thing goes stuck to one side.
Most useless spell ever.
Did you really expect it to hit?
Yeah. Right, that's it. I'm done.
Okay, Evelios.
Well, I guess I'm running. For another 70 feet off the map.
Off the map. Okay, now
Yeah,
this is. I want to see if this works.
That's like 25 feet, so I'm 50 feet. No, sorry. 25, 50, 35, 45 feet off the map.
Okay, I'm just. Oh God, I'm not convinced my lighting is going to work after that other one.
Can I be running like Macaulay Culkin when he tries on the aftershave?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Oh boy.
Right.
Well, at least I get my cardio.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, come on, PC. Come on. Just, my brain's not working today.
Oh boy.
Are you on that separate page now, Daniel?
Yep. I see it. I can zoom out a little. Yep. No good. Yeah, I can see it. Thank you.
Hang on, I've got a bit of a run of things to do here because I. Oh, jeez. There's got to be an easier, quicker way of doing this. Right, they're obviously already there. Okay, so Evelios, you have run and you have found yourself in a slight clearing where there is some dead trees, fallen logs, lots of these fairy creatures buzzing around, glaring, looking at you. And you've basically almost run right into the middle of one.
Great, it's a party.
It's a party. There's a big tree growing out of a rocky outcrop with a couple of other dead trees and obviously leafless deciduous trees. And there are fairies all over. Wolfen.
I'm sorry.
I am going to shout, "Don't leave me behind, dragon." I'm going to run and follow him and pop a wild shape into bear form. Which is my turn.
Okay. Those fairies follow off. You see them following after Ivelios. Where do you want your bear put? Because there's your bear, by the way. Put your bear where you want it. Orthica.
Oh, just up next to.
Well, I'm guessing as they're chasing after him, they must have met him before. And I guess I'll do the full 60 then to try and catch up, kind of huffing and puffing, which I think gets me to about. Yeah, I think.
Sorry, Ivelios forgot about Skull the last time. He'll follow you as well.
All right.
So as you're huffing and puffing, Orthica, in the distance you can see, you're not quite on that map yet, but in the distance you can see Ivelios, and you can hear copious amounts of buzzing of wings. Skull has run in with you, Ivelios, and is following you. Ivelios, your turn.
Okay. So I'm not running anymore, right?
How does the dissonant work again? I can never remember.
Or do I have to make another saving throw? So I'm not sure.
No, it's only on that. It's only on that particular attack or whatever saving throw. You're not running again.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not one of these ongoing fears.
Okay. Let's see. There's one larger tree down here.
That's
Does it look like sickly, or because it said amongst other dead ones?
Nope, it's not sickly. It is rather large, a very healthy pine tree, roots clinging to that rocky outcrop.
Okay. Okay, so no. All right. I'm gonna stop right where I am and try and.
Where's the music? Where's the music coming from?
Me, sorry. I'll mute myself.
It's reminding me of my university union days. Yeah, Ivelios.
I'll try and assume a not threatening stance.
Okay.
And I should be. This is bad. This is so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna say, so any one of you speak Dwarvish? Or Draconic?
There's a lot of
you have run off my path.
There's a lot of Oh, Oh, you don't have a language. I thought you might have had. There's a lot of whispering in a form of Elvish you don't understand, but you recognise it as a form of Elvish. And then a slightly larger one kind of buzzes up to you. No, but we speak common. You have something of ours. Anyway. And I suggest you keep that dog of yours away from here. School.
Not a dog. Yeah. I guess that Skull will just continue following me to my side. And as long as they are not attacking, and I don't think that he realizes what happened before or who attacked him before. So I think he'll just come with me. More curiously guarded. But yeah.
Chings, they have good get decks, don't they?
Well, they're small.
Oh, there's a poor one. I got all my colours. Yeah.
That one I'm gonna stomp on. I'm gonna eat it. Oh boy. Oh crap.
Hang on, I've now lost where we are.
4.
Yep. Okay. That's the one on the other page, I think. Okay. We'll say this is the one that's speaking to you here. Just above to your right. I'm just going to pop another... I'm just going to bombard it with colours at the moment. So there we go. So that one is the one she says, step forward into the ring. And the next thing you know, how much they've got, 40 feet. The next thing you know, the fairies are coming in and taking hold of you, flying in because they've got good fly, and basically escorting you forward.
How tall are they?
They're small, they're tiny.
They're like chest sized, something like that.
Think about half a halfling.
Half a halfling, okay. I could toss 2 of them. Or they could toss.
And they're tugging at you to try make you go forward and surrounding you. You actually, when they're close, you see they're all have little short swords out, little pointy short swords.
Okay, I'm gonna say, okay, I'm coming with you, but I need to make sure that my dog is that's how I'm saying my dog. That Skull is safe. So I'm gonna kneel down and take off my backpack and put it down next to him. Very well aware that the wing and blade are in there. And I'm gonna like ruffle his fur and tell him that everything's gonna be fine. And I'm gonna put down my bow, but I'm basically keeping nothing but Bethan's blade. That one I'm keeping with me. The rest I'm putting down.
Okay.
Then I'm compliant to follow.
Okay. think all those are on the other. Orthica.
I think bear forms dropped me out of.
Just,
Out of it.
yeah, just. Oh, it has, hasn't it? Can you remember what your initiative was? Let me have a look.
It was very high.
It's
It was
better than mine. Yeah.
22, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's definitely a bit wide there for you to be running about.
That's weird.
Yeah, 22.
That's my fault because I went and shifted your character. Let me just. Okay, let me add.
I'm just chasing Orthica anyway.
Right. So you're chasing after. Okay. So again, you get to the edge of this ring. I'm actually going to pop you both onto the map on the edge of this ring. No, I'm not going to yet because there's still a bit of distance because Evelios was going and you weren't running too far. Okay, so you're following after Wolfen as bear form.
I always do that just before we find someone we can talk to.
Yes, you do, don't you? Do you so you kind of move forward and you're on the I am actually going to shift you onto the outskirts of that ring, by the way.
Yeah, I've got a 40-foot move.
Yeah.
And I think I'm
Yeah.
pegging
You'll be
forward,
about
so-
15, 20 feet, probably tops beyond. So oh, come on. So there's your bear, and there's Orthica. I've just popped you on. Assume you're slightly off that at the moment, but that gives you an idea of where you are. And about 20 or 30 feet up ahead, you can see Evelios absolutely surrounded by.
am I meant to be on a different screen?
Oh, I haven't moved you over, have I?
So 2 tokens.
He only moved his bear form.
Oh, there we go.
Spirit walking.
Right, okay, cool.
Okay, good. Can I go back to the other map?
Why is your vision? Oh no.
No, I'm just scared.
You're just scared. So yeah, and again, you see what I described to a kind of a grove and a clearing. Obviously snow all around, a lot of pine trees, a few deciduous trees, a couple of dead-looking trees as well, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 15 or more fairies.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll charge until I see them and then put the anchors on.
Yeah. Okay, this one nods to the others and flies off back towards the tree, the big tree. I'm actually going to get rid of the other ones that are on the screen there. This is really confusing with so many different fairies. And who's next? No, they're staying. So you're seeing quite a few fairies are hovering around as though they're ready to fire off something. You're very aware of the full of their magic. So we are now on Orthica.
Okay. So I'm going to, just what's that, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to come down to here. I'm going to shout very loudly, I demand to know what's going on here. And then I'm going to cast. Hang on. Where is it? I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Evelios.
Nice.
Nice.
Because he can't look after himself.
Evelios, you feel a wave of that familiar sort of warding or shield or whatever you want to call it come up on you. What are you doing?
It's like a blue electrical kind of
Yeah, it will be one.
static. Yeah.
I kind of know
You see
it
some
by
of the
now.
fairies kind of pull back slightly and then
Yeah.
go back in to try and get him forward.
Yeah, as I said, I'm putting down everything besides Bethan's blade and the odd dagger that I have with me.
Skull's
I'm
growling.
assuming I see Orthica and Wolfen. So
Yeah, you're aware they're behind you.
I'm gonna tell them to be cautious. I will stand back and in case take care of Skull, but for now they only seem to be interested in me for whatever reason. So yeah, I'm gonna give a thankful knowing nod to Orthica for his spell. And yeah, then I'll follow them wherever they may lead me.
They are basically leading you towards this circle here. Edge of the circle. Okay, Wolfen. Skull looks like he's going to come after you. Ivelios, by the way. But he's standing.
He needs to stay put.
He is standing, but he's watching you intently as you move off. When you get right, Wolfen, yep.
So hampered by not speaking. God.
Don't worry.
But also I don't want to drop it in case I need it again. I'm just going to... Can I ready an action to hop on top of Skull if he starts moving and
You can, yes.
pin him down?
You're a bear and you want to gently pin.
I'm sure they do it with cubs all the time. It's
Yeah, so I can imagine.
Yeah. A big furry cage.
Skull whines a bit and snarls at you a bit, but doesn't resist. That lead Winter Fairy, the pink and green one, she goes, step into the circle. We want to know what happened. And you're getting prodded from behind by this one. With a little short sword. Not enough to do damage, but you can feel it prodding you behind in your back, in the small of your back. Orthica.
I'm going to try and catch up.
One of them hisses at you, stay back. We have no business with you.
Well, it's not quite as simple as all that, you know. He's he's kind of he's not very good at looking after himself, you know. And I'll take the dodge action.
Okay, Ivelios.
I'm gonna turn and look at the one that's prodding me from behind. I'm gonna give her like the evil eye and say, I can walk on my own. Blades don't help me. And whilst still looking at her, I'm gonna basically step backwards into the ring. But before I take the first step inside, I wanna like casually put my hands beside me, touching the hilt of Bethan's blade. I'm gonna say, be careful. That's it.
Okay.
Stepping in.
Okay, this next question. When you step through, you find you're basically stepping through into a circle of mushrooms. But you find that you feel a sort of a very slight sort of barrier, and you see that the fairies aren't coming in with you. Could you do me a wisdom save, please? You find yourself restrained magic.
Okay.
You can't move, but you can speak. Okay, there's two or three of them buzzing around sites. That's all my non-marked ones, so that's them. They're kind of buzzing around. Wolfen.
I mean, it's a circle of mushrooms. Would I have an inkling of what kind of magic it is? What kind of, it's a druid, got a druidy sniff to it, and
actually, from up there, you can't see the circle.
Oh, okay.
I'll take that nature though when you get there. You'd have to move closer.
Oh yeah, I'll shuffle forwards with Skull kind of trapped underneath.
You have heard of mushrooms growing in fairy rings, even in the tundra, but you've never heard of something that can possibly restrain or sort of a magical one. You're aware some fungi do grow up in circles like that.
Does he look in pain?
No, other than probably have got a thumping headache from the psychic damage.
Okay, probably just gonna leave it at that. Waddle closer.
Okay, Skull will stay put. Just going to leave it at the top of that round there for the moment, because nobody's doing anything untoward yet. So tell me, what happened?
I know that I can't move or speak, right?
You can talk.
I can talk.
You're just restrained.
Okay. You'll have to be a little more specific than that to.
We
so
heard
that I can
you
tell
killed
no.
one of ours.
Yeah.
Somewhat south of here. And you carry them with you.
Yes. So?
Hand them over.
Why? They were a righteous kill. They were the aggressor. I merely defended myself, and as a hunter, I deserve a token for my felled enemy.
We would like to honor her death, and we cannot do that without the rest of her.
Why did you attack me?
It's the only way we thought of getting you here. act first, separate the party, and then, or separate you, and then deal with you. Although I see your friends have come, but maybe she looks towards you two, and she kind of, but they would do well to stay back.
They are loyal. I'm sure you understand that, given your numbers.
We understand loyalty.
And they have my loyalty as well, so breaking our party would be ill-advised. If I give you what you desire, what will I get in return?
Your life.
I already had that to begin with. Trade is always an exchange.
She looks around and back to the tree, the big tree. And you hear more wings fluttering in that big tree. As I said, your life and the life of the others. And your wolf, who you seem to hold in great esteem.
So, one of you attacks me without reason. I defend myself. And then, as a result, you think it wise to threaten and attack me and my friends. And you think that will make me compliant. Some people might react to that, well, not well, and say something like, well, if you want the rest of her, you can take it off my dead body. I don't think that would gain you anything. So I'm offering you a deal. You can have the rest of her. Only the rest of her. And let me and the rest of my party go on our way unharmed. And you will steer clear of us.
Persuasion.
Ah, sorry, that was perception.
It's charisma based, isn't it? Oh God. Oof. Don't stray then if you leave here. Don't stray into our realms.
I can't make any promises where my path will take me. I don't know the future. But if we should cross paths again, we will just pass each other. I think that would be amenable for all of us. Neither us.
Arthika, do me an insight, please.
Okay. And I'm going to give myself guidance. Extra check. Right. Insight. And D4.
You watching this from the distance that you are at, even though these are tiny fae, you are very aware that that lead one is being Very genuine. However, on looking around, there are a few with anger on their faces. Looking, not even at you, but watching Evelios, but what you see their eyes and see them turning, you know, that surreptitious turn to look at someone that you're not trusting and turning to the leader.
Okay.
So those,
so
the ones with not the leader one, but those.
Yeah.
Just assume the ones with the single pink dots and the single yellow dots that you can see. You are very aware that there is a slight anger and bitterness across their face.
Okay. And can I, am I close enough to hear what's been said?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll kind of shout across. And did you speak for all of your people? These words are useful, but what good are they if someone accidentally decides to ignore them?
What makes, she looks across at you, stay out of this.
My dear sir, I'm very much involved in this, and you've caught me on a good day, because by now normally I'd have lost my patience and probably call upon my goddess to destroy you all. However, I know my
a little bit of fear comes across her face.
My colleague here can be a slight pain in the backside, and I don't blame you for being annoyed with him. However, he offers you a reasonable deal if you can guarantee the obedience of your clan here. We'll be on our way. Might need some directions and things like that. But yeah.
I am the leader. They will always follow the leader. You have no worries about that.
Well, unfortunately, I come from a clan of dragon. Leaders don't always last very long in society, and just looking around, I'm not convinced that you've necessarily got everybody on board with this deal, I'm afraid. And I'll point at one that was looking particularly suspicious and say, you young thingamy, what do you think about all this? Be honest now.
I'm not the one that has to think. Anyatha is the one that has to think. We follow.
But you don't like it, do you? I can see that from your little face.
Anyatha kind of looks around, looks back at you. Evelios, at your close distance, can you just throw me a perception?
Wow.
You are kind of looking around, and from where you are, you're sort of restrained position. You do see you see a very slight movement of her hand as though she's about to do a somnatic moment of her thingy, and she's kind of held there slightly uncertain. And she turns to the I'm gonna have to, was it pinks I said were one of the problematic ones? Let me just mark it. Pink with something. What am I going to mark a pink with? There's so many little things. Oh, stop moving. Just pop with that. So that's the one that was uncertain. There is, again, here Evelios, you hear the Elven language, and it's quite strong and curt, and it's directed at this one here, and there's a reluctance for this one as he kind of flies back out of this circle here. with a look of thunder on his face. And Yetha clicks her fingers 3 times. And the others back off. These 2 pinks don't back off a little, but not as much as the others.
Well, it's a nice little trick you're playing there. But regardless, will you accept my offer?
I can't remember why I hate my menopausal brain.
I respect you wanting to follow through with your burial rites, whatever it may be. Though I must admit, it's a shame because it is a very beautiful token. Be that as it may. I will return the rest of her body to you. And we will go our separate ways. And should we meet again, we'll pass each other. Lest you can see into the future, I don't think you can promise us not to stumble into our realm, as well as we can promise not to stumble into yours. Am I right? Or can you see into the future? Because I do have some very, very burning questions.
If only I could see into the future.
Answers one of my questions. Unfortunately, that's not the one that I'm as much interested in hearing an answer to.
Will agree.
You don't.
I will agree.
You will agree. What about the rest of you? Because
I will agree too.
What guarantee do we have?
Are there any guarantees in life or death?
Okay, can I? I'd like to just kind of stamp my halberd down on the ground and just see if I can get a little bit of flare of lightning out the top of it, and just go. There are some things which are always guaranteed.
Yep. Well, nothing is as certain as in the saying, but how about this proposal then? Me and my companions will give you, as a community, our word to uphold our end of this bargain, as well as each one of you as a community will give us as a party your word to uphold your end of the bargain. And should any individual of either party break this agreement, then everyone from either party is free to deal with this as see fit.
I agree. And the next thing you know, a dart is thrown and hits her from this one here for 6 piercing. And there's a screech. And this dart is thrown as they say, this male fairy. I think. Hang on. I've lost a bit. Yep. Zin.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna spit some more poison at it, just because I can. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't clicked it. There we go. Okay.
Ouch. It's looking very, 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 very bloodied already. 9th.
Just gonna step away from the keyboard for a minute. But carry on, please do. After a minute.
Am I awake again?
You are, yeah. You're prone.
Yeah. Okay. Standing up only takes 5 feet of movement for me.
No, half your speed.
I'm afraid I've got a monk.
Oh, you've got. Oh, you're a monk.
Yeah. Tipsy sway, leap to your feet. Sort of weave up, bottle in hand. I'm going to punch it a couple of times.
Go for it.
And see what it does.
Okay. That last punch underneath where technically head, and it kind of flumps to the floor, legs splayed. And it's gone. Well, it's dead. In a big heap on the floor. Your horses are rearing and restless in that little tight confined space. Because I forgot about your horses.
Are we still on the horses, or do we?
Technically, no, the unconscious people wouldn't have been. Yeah, there's 4 horses that were that have probably run off. Yeah, actually,
Did any of the horses drop unconscious?
I forgot about them completely, Natalie, because I don't have them on the blooming map.
I wonder if they had like visions as well.
Yeah, you never know.
Horsey visions of
centaurs,
stable masters and stuff.
Oh yeah.
How many horses? How many people? 3 and 4, 7 horses.
Back again.
That's 1. Let's just retcon this. That's 1. Okay. 2 down. Okay. 3 down. 4 down.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no, the last 2 don't count. So you've got 3. You've got 3 horses unconscious underneath you, so very difficult terrain.
Wow.
Oh.
So was that your ghost, you Thorim, or like
I'm not sure. He didn't speak, so I couldn't match the voice.
Well, that thing did not really have much time to speak its mind.
I think maybe it let out a little shriek at the end, but unfortunately, I couldn't match it with the voice I had. Or maybe it could only think it, or maybe it could only speak in thoughts. I'm not sure.
Ah, there's that.
Right, you've still got 2 warders down. Nathan, which I think is this one here, is kind of starting to come to.
I find my horse and try and pet it. Oh wait, maybe pour a bit of water on its muzzle.
Yeah, start nudging my horse. Wake up.
What happened to all the other warders, by the way? I missed them.
You, two of those, you had three with you. The one other, Marlin, went back with the rescued sets of twins back to the village.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I remember reading that.
Yeah. The horses. I need my horsey doobie again. You. Oh, come on.
How hairy is that spider?
Not particularly. Quite a shiny one. Its abdomen is probably hairy-ish.
Okay.
White and blue hairs.
Okay. So more like a rodent fur kind of thing.
Coarser.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, not what I was expecting.
Make it a great wig item.
Can I try and like cut a small piece off of it, like just a small patch where there is some white and blue hair on top of it?
Okay.
So I'm not trying to be fancy about it. Like,
you shouldn't do that.
I definitely first use my quarterstaff and poke it into one of its eyes several times to make sure it's still
squelch.
Yeah, the draft thing. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't take anything of Loaf with you. Don't bring bad luck. Don't touch it. It's a thing of evil.
But that's kind of hard to explain, but I kind of need this.
Why do you need it?
I'll tell you when we have time.
It's really bad luck. I'm telling you, it's really bad luck. Don't take that. You're inviting Loaf into your life. Don't do it. She's bad.
Well, I got you guys looking after me, so...
Yeah, and I'm telling you, don't do that. I can't help you if you invite Loaf in your life.
Enough bad luck already, right?
Well...
I was telling you about the dart that was like sentient and evil and you could taste it. That would be Loaf. And that would be that. Yeah, don't do that.
Well,
why do you want this?
That's for my brother. You should know.
Your brother who likes spiders and evil things?
Oh, he definitely likes evil.
Who the hell is your brother?
Well, that's a long story.
I look forward to hearing that around the campfire tonight.
Just thank you for being considerate about this and telling me, but I think that if Loth were trying to come to me, others would... Let's just say there are things that would disagree with this notion.
I'm the direct adversary to Loth, and I just did loads of damage to that thing. But I just gave you the warning.
It's
what
fine.
You do with
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Head.
And I will deal with the consequences if I have to. So
fine. You deal with the consequences. My warning is delivered.
And it is taken to heart, but still, I need this.
As you were talking about this, C-word says, I'll go out and scout the area to work out where we are. And he kind of walks out, and find the runaway horses. And he walks out the door.
I'm a little concerned as to what C-word's actual name is, given the shorthand version.
How do you mean? You've lost me.
What's his actual name?
What, Seaward?
Oh, oh, right, okay.
Not
Sorry.
Ashworth.
Were you thinking Seward?
I thought you'd forgotten his name and it began with C, and then I was thinking Seaward.
Seward. Yeah, I say Seward. It's kind of like after Dr. Seward in Dracula.
Oh.
Yeah.
Misheard. Apologise.
I always mishear things. So he's once you're having that conversation, he has sort of walked off. Once you're having that conversation, these two are still kind of unconscious on the ground.
All right. Well. The other is cutting up bits of spider. Probably go and shake one of them awake.
The next thing. So yeah, it takes a few minutes for you to cut the patch off the spider. As you're shaking the dudes up, they do come to, looking particularly green and sorry, and a little bit shell shocked. Oh God, wrong person. Overlapping tokens. There must be a way to get around that. Thank you. The next thing, I think Nathan's won the floor. It's Enric that's unconscious in front of Thorin there. He looks up and then screams as he's looking up and fumbles to try and find a weapon and misfires off a crossbow bolt. And there's a really loud noise, and a few sticks come tumbling down from the top of the tower.
Sound like a humanoid scream, or
no? It sounds like an animal-esque sort of screech.
Look up.
When you look up,
you
see strange looking creature, a beak with a sort of like stag's horns head. It's not even a beak, it's a mouthy beaky thing, like a stag's head on it, and a mane. So it's going to.
Do any of us know what it is?
Give me a nature.
To say. Did my brother ever tell me about a thing like that? It sounds grotesque. Can I make a history check?
Yeah, just do you. You can do
memory?
that. Nah, he's never told you anything like that. Where are you putting your cut off bit of skin?
Well, I'm trying to not get too much
goo,
moist and goo stuff. So I'll probably be scraping off bits of flesh with my dagger, and then I'll just roll it up upon itself. And I do have it's trying not to be too big, just like 4 by 4 inches, something like that. Not.
Where are you putting it?
Nothing fancy. And let's see. I'll just use a piece of parchment. I know parchments should be rather expensive, I suppose, but yeah, that is important. So I can spare one.
Okay, yeah, Thorin, you have heard of these strange winged creatures, bodies of birds of prey with stag heads. Very bizarre. You know it's a bit of a monstrosity, and you know it as a periton.
I'll say its name to the others, even though maybe they're not aware of what it is.
You are also aware that they will hunt their feed on any creature, carnivore that will feed on any creature, but it prefers humanoids. Especially elves, half-elves, and humans. In your stories in the past, you have been told to run and hide from these creatures. Let me just oh, wrong layer again. You crashed, Ben, or are you gone still?
Sorry?
Oh, you haven't crashed. Shift Z.
Does it look
There you go.
hungry or annoyed, or does it look startled?
It looks hungry.
Of course it looks hungry. What a stupid question.
Yeah.
You've still got however many horses it was down. 3 horses down?
Yeah.
And they have remained down.
But I'll move on to shaking them once I've finished shaking the folks awake.
Yeah, those sort of folks have kind of come to.
Yeah.
That's a horse up.
That's a giant monster.
That's a horse up.
I'll alert everyone to switch to ranged weapons if they've got them available, and to
there is
target
another
the creature.
Slightly from a distance. And you hear the whoosh of wings. And I will need a new initiative, please.
Right. Oh, come on. I'm still occupied, so
Yeah, I'm busy.
folding parchment around.
As you are packing your pack, Etheliel, you hear the chuk of what sounds like glass or crystal in the bottom of your pack.
I'll just basically like make a note for later in my head and prep for facing this abhorrent beast there. Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, my poor hubby, I can hear him blowing his nose. Oh, he's still unwell. That's quite a high. Don't know how you do this so quickly, Ben.
Which bit?
Getting everything onto initiatives when you've got quite a big group.
I don't think I am quick with it. I think maybe I just
seems like it sometimes.
Start rolling before the players, I think, is the
yeah. The problem is that gives you away.
Yeah, that's true. I group people up as well, I suppose. So. Like all the guards at once or something like that.
Yeah, I tend to.
If they've got their own names, then it's a bit different.
Yeah, right. Right. Okay. I think I've got everybody now. I'm not worrying about the horses. The flying things are on. Thorim, you've got this creature's got part cover as you see it start at the wings extending. It's your turn.
Sorry, I had my microphone on mute there. I think I can cast Sacred Flame through the sword. Is that right? Because I've got something else that allows me to Ruby the War Mage.
Yeah, Ruby the War Mage. That's your focus. Your sword is your focus for that.
Yeah. So I will do Sacred Flame. That's the best thing I can do at range at the minute. Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, it's a magical attack as well. Okay, DC 14.
Yikes.
Oh God, I get so embarrassed when that happens.
Okay, I'll move.
Right.
I will move to this pillar.
Okay, I'm just going to pop a line on to show you where the kind of the floor ends and there's a gap above. If I can find what I'm needing. So the floor is kind of... Oh, that's... Just going to take it thin because that's too thick. Is there a freehand for this? Yes, there is. So the floor is kind of like that. So it's supported on there, and then there's a break there, and there's a little kind of ledge supported over here. So that's kind of what your floor gap looks like. And don't you love the fact that the Wacom interacts with Roll20? So there you go. That's kind of, so your floor, the gap is, let me just move back to the object layer. The gap is this bit. Oops. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this feature is kind of...
I don't understand what it means. I'm in the gap.
you can see through to the sky basically, and this winged beast over above you.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Next one is Enric. He takes out his heavy crossbow, flings a shot at it, hits it for... Oh, ouch. And the... Oh, that's even with a bit of cover it hits as well. It screeches. The bolt hits home. Those of you can still see up through there will see that it doesn't take as much damage as you would have thought a heavy crossbow with that good a hit would have taken. This creature then flies. You hear the wings going, and you hear it fly off a bit. What's its speed? Okay. The next one, you hear more wings coming in. It's almost like you're hearing circling going on outside. Jack, a 9th.
Can I ready an action to toss a dagger at any weird-looking horned beasts that
fly
show themselves?
Okay, yeah. Zin.
Yeah, I can't see anything at the minute, but ready in action to do chill touch.
Okay.
And then I'm probably going to move to the side, so a bit more cover, but yeah. Yeah, ready in action, chill touch as soon as I see something.
Which direction are you looking?
Well, it went that way, didn't it? So over here, I guess.
Right. I mean, that's obviously, you've got wall there, so you have been peeking out.
Oh, up through the gap, yeah?
Up through the gap, right.
Gap
You
here,
haven't
right?
seen anything through the gap, but you most definitely have heard wings coming round the outside. And you might have caught something out of your corner of your eye down there.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, ready in action. Any movement through that gap is going to get blasted with a chill touch.
Nathan, ready. You can see him ready his crossbow. Yep, he's got a heavy crossbow as well. Have I managed to... Oh, well. You hear outside a bit of a scream and running of feet as obviously the other warrior has possibly been approached or whatever, because you heard wings coming round the side there. He's doing a big run. Ethelial?
I will move over here and take a look outside if I can see the peryton that was hit before, that flew off.
Give me a perception. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see anything, but give me a perception. Yeah, you as you're looking, you don't really see anything, but you are aware of the squawks and the screeches of these bird of prey like screeches, and almost kind of combined with a stag-like bellow as well. You know the roar of stags on Scottish hills when they're rutting, that sort of roar. So it's a kind of a combination of that. But you do hear wings coming round the side of this building, sort of thing.
Okay, well, in that case, I will ready Toll the Dead. And as soon as I see the peryton that was hurt before, or any other one that is hurt, I will cast it. Not if an unhurt one goes by.
Oh, interesting.
Then I will just remain basically hidden behind semi-hidden behind the wall.
Okay, Uthorim. You muted again.
Okay, I'll move out. Can I see anything?
Where are you moving out from? Just from behind there?
Yeah, just poking out from the pillar, looking upwards.
You can't see anything overhead up the gap. You're probably, like with the rest of them, you'll be aware that there's circling going on around the tower.
Okay, in that case, I will move back in and I'll ready Sacred Flame for when I see anything. Oh, that's an enemy. i.e. one of those birds.
Enric has still got anything ready. He says probably safer staying in here if they're flying around outside. That's the one. Actually, I'm going to have to mark the one that was hit. Bing. There's flying. You hear flying, and it seems to get slightly fainter. And you catch a swoop of wings as it comes below this kind of little drop. So it's got a little bit of cover. Right, perytons are thought to be once being human or something. So, Uthorim, you'll have spotted that flying round. So you can do your Sacred Flame. So I have to do a doobry.
Mm-hmm.
DC 14, so I won't even bother rolling it.
And Zin, you will probably catch it as part of it as it's flying around low round.
Mm-hmm.
What did you have?
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. So I guess that means I can do it.
Yeah, you'll see a bit of it. Imagine it's a little bit lower.
Okay.
What is it you prepped?
Chill touch.
Is that a save as well? No, it's an attack.
It's an attack.
Yeah, so it's got. Unfortunately, your chill touch doesn't quite catch hold of it because it's got a bit of cover, so you've seen it travel around.
Mm-hmm.